Good afternoon, profitable traders. Welcome to the market caller session, the New York market caller session. For this segment on the market caller session, I'll be analyzing GBP USD, Euro USD, and DXY. Right after that, Lekon will be coming up for his analysis on gold and the hen basket. Is the gold master, as we all know. I will just head straight to the chart so as to conserve time. And while at that, I'd like to crave your indulgence to kindly share the link to this market caller session with everyone on your various social media platforms so that a lot of people can get to partake and see what we have ongoing here. All right, DXY monthly time frame, nothing has really changed. The sweep of this liquidity beneath, coming down to the weekly time frame. Right, we're expecting some deep retracement into this very order block. It's far though, so it will take place over a very long period of time. But what we're expecting on daily time frame, coming down to the daily time frame, we want to see price retracing at least into 102 spot. We want to see price retracing into 102 spot 890 on the daily time frame and down to the 4-hour time frame. We're still looking out for more push to the upside, and the various points of interest as to where we want to see price trading into. First is this very fair value gap right here at 101.514. So if I am in the buy of the XY, I will be warming up to take profit when price has retraced into 101.514 or further into 102.191 if I'm willing to hold it over a very long period of time. And down to the 1-hour time frame, of course, during the London session, we actually said we're looking for a buy to sell, a buy into our various points of interest. So if I am going to be right, in my own opinion, if price breaks fully above this very high right here and breaks above this very horizontal line, then we rest assured that price is, going to trade into these very various points of interest that we have. And of course, since we're looking out for buy opportunities on the XY short-term buy, where am I interested in taking this buy from? Of course, there is the box pattern right here on the 1-hour time frame. So once I see price retracing into this very level, shoulder right here, shoulder at 99.531, sweep to the upside, break to the downside, sweep to the downside, I beg your pardon, break to the upside. I want to see price retracing to 99.531. Right. This is me just saying that we are still holding on to the analysis we had during the London session. So price should retrace into this level, and then we should see some buy into our various points of interest for the higher time frame. And of course, we've already stated what our points of interest are. The fair value gaps on the 4-hour time frame. And of course, please kindly take note of these various points of interest as to where we want to take all of these opportunities from. And now to GBP USD. On GBP USD monthly time frame as seen right here, we're seeing more push to the downside. Nothing has really changed. We haven't seen any break to the upside, so as to say. So down to the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame, we're still seeing some toggle right here. Price is literally struggling to take out this very high at 1.33789 on the weekly time frame, and down to the daily time frame, pretty much the same thing. There was a box pattern failure right here, although price reacted a bit and then traded all the way to the upside. I was speculating that price was going to take out this very high right here, the high right here at 1.33973. But instead, we're seeing some struggle off that point. And of course, I am speculating that price should retrace, right? Price should retrace, and we should eventually see the break of the high at 1.33973, right? And on the 4-hour time frame, of course, earlier this morning, I said that I was willing to, ride the sell all the way when I see a break of this very low at 1.32542. And if I'm going to be taking this sell when price breaks this very low, where do I want to hold the price and the sell all the way to? Is a box pattern right here. Shoulder sweep to the downside, break to the upside. Price should retrace into this level long term, of course. And of course, I gave a condition. If I see a break of structure, a change of character, and of course a retest, then I will be riding the sell all the way to this very left shoulder at 1.28901. And on the 1-hour time frame, pretty much the same thing. I want to see a break of this low first before I take any sell positions. And of course, I am looking out for positions to sell to buy when I see a break of this low at 1.32557. Of course, this morning I also stated that I was looking out for sell to buy opportunities. I was looking out for sell to buy opportunities on GBP USD. And of course, on the 15-minute time frame, we spotted this left shoulder for a sell on GBP USD. Shoulder right here, sweep to the upside, break to the downside. We want to see price retracing into this very level at 1.33318 on the 15-minute time frame. So I'm still looking out for sell opportunities. Short-term sales, of course, on GBP USD. And down to Euro USD. On Euro USD too, monthly time frame still to the downside. We've seen a sweep of this liquidity right here on the monthly time frame, and down to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, of course, we see this expansion to the upside. Next thing I'd like to see price do is at least retrace into this very fair value gap right here. If it's going to sell more deeply, then it should retrace into this very this is my second point of interest. If I'm looking to catch the retracement on Euro USD before riding the buy to the upside, then I want to see price, retrace deeply all the way into this level. Once was 0.6650. But if the buy pressure is very high, then once price feels this very first fair value gap at 1.12242, then I will be willing to, continue riding the buy all the way. And on the daily time frame, I beg your pardon, fibbing this most percent swing from point A to point B. Right. Price should at least retrace into some discount level. We always want to buy at discount. And one of these fib levels, 61.8% fib level, is actually coinciding with this fair value gap right here. So once price retraces into this level at 1.11213 on daily time frame, I'm willing to hold my buy positions. And on the 4-hour time frame too, I'm looking out for price to also break this very low right here, the low at 1.12680. Once price breaks this very low, then we rest assured that price is coming all the way to this very fair value gap right here, fair value gap at 1.11365. So once we see price retrace into this level, I am warming up to take buy opportunities, but I'm I'm really looking out to take sell opportunities on Euro USD. When I say break of this very low, I will be willing to keep riding the sell all the way to this very fair value gap at 1.11365. I'm just trying to reiterate so that we take note of these various points of interest that we keep calling out here. And on the 1 hour time frame too, for Euro USD, the classic box pattern right here, we have the shoulder at 1.13769. Sweep to the upside, break to the downside. We want to see price retracing into 1.13768. Once price retraces into this level, I am taking short positions on Euro USD. Please take note of these various points of interest I'm calling out so that when it plays out, it doesn't leave you and you get to partake in the sell positions, right? Sell opportunities and what have you. Please, at this point in time, I will be taking questions before Lekon comes up for his own analysis. Please, if you have questions or a different bias from what has been analyzed, feel free to type in the chat box. While you're doing that, I'd like to announce that registration for the FX Bootcamp training May edition is currently ongoing. Chat us up on 081 6099 5030. We rounded up the one for April edition today, and it was really a swell time. Students have been empowered. They know what to look out for in the market before taking positions. So for you to be empowered and to really understand the various entry signatures we look out for before taking positions in the market, signing up for the FX Bootcamp training is a good place to begin. Again, chat us up on 081 6099 5030. Right after this very short break, Lekon will be coming up for his analysis on gold and the yen basket. Trust me, you do not want to miss his session. So please do not go anywhere. We will be back shortly.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Market Color brought to you by the Value Flow Trading team. That was a great analysis from Cynthia, especially what we were expecting to play out on the dollar index. All right, so this afternoon, let's quickly more of a recap of what we have in the morning and what is our expectation so far on the market and what has played out generally. We are starting with the precious metal right now, which is gold, and from the daily time frame, as you can all see, we are bullish. However, we are expecting some level of pullback, and on the 4-hour time frame, just as we said this morning, that first our price reaction is around this level here. Oh, I just shifted that our price reaction is around this level, somewhere here. This is our price reaction this morning, where price is taking all the way back up, and we are expecting that price should still retrace a little bit more into this flip zone that we have here on the 4-hour time frame. If you look at your chart very well, you are going to see that much more clearly. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see that, particularly for our FX Bootcamp student, we know why we expect this to happen and where we are still heading to by next week. All right. So today, at the release of NFP, it was a very sweet one for the precious metal, as it gave an entry for the sell pre-NFP, and during NFP, it continues its move all its way to the downside. And if you look at it, this is the sell entry for the precious metal today. And where is our target? Just as we said this morning, our target is for price to still come all the way to this place to take out this particular level. So this is a very good, cool entry for the precious metal. Why the target is still this liquidity point. First, this Asian low, then the liquidity level that we have here, 1 and 2. Then from this point, we may, if we see any entry for buy, we can follow to the upside. Or better still, you may want to wait and see your proper entry where we are waiting for it here. I'm also waiting for the buy entry around this level so that I can also join the buy team again. But this is going to be the next week outlook. We expect this to play out on Monday into Tuesday. So that is that for the precious metal for today. And just as you know that today being NFP day, it already played its move. And by 2:30 into 3 o'clock, by 3 o'clock, we should see more more moves into that direction for the precious metal moving forward. If you want to know why we are expecting that, you can check out your Forex Factory calendar to see what exactly is going on after the NFP. All right, a quick one to Japan. Let's quickly get to Japan to see what has happened with the yen basket since the London session. Now, if you look at the yen basket this morning, we said today we expect today to be a bullish day for the yen basket, which simply means the other yen correlated pair we expect them to sell off today. And just as we analyzed this morning, exactly what played out in the market, and you can see how that the market traded into the daily order block, which has a fair value gap in it. So we see our price traded properly into our POI, and it gave some level of entry for the buy of the yen all the way to the upside. Now that the yen has started pushing to the upside, and this is happening in a Friday, and is giving us a pre-information of what we should expect for Monday and Tuesday. So don't be surprised if you see the market open with a jump to the upside for Monday and Tuesday, because this move, this wholesale move that we saw that just finished this morning, we were expecting it on Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday, but it happened early hours of today, in which is Friday. All right. So now this is telling us tomorrow, next week rather, for the yen basket is most likely to be a bullish week for the yen basket. All right. So with this information now is giving us a very clear insight of what we should see on GBP JPY. Now for GPY, we've seen our price traded into this weekly order block, and it has been selling since the London session this morning after our analysis. Now look at the 4-hour time frame of GBP JPY. You are going to observe that it is we want price to trade all the way into this flip zone that we have here. Now when price gets to this flip zone, then we may now see the buy back to the upside or more of a pullback for the continuation of the sell. But I'm still of the opinion I still have a POI just rested below this level here for the yen buy. So which means this sell that is coming, I'm expecting it to trade all the way into this level. Then from this place, I can now see buy to the upside. If you want to know why we are looking into that, if you want to know why we are seeing it from that perspective, then you may join our FS bootcamp, as Cynthia said earlier. All right, now for the 15-minute time frame for GPJPY, we are going to observe the entry since morning has been there. And for those who are on our market color group, before NFP, we said if you want to break even, you may, because price is already pushing down. And at the same time, we don't know what the NFP result may be. And you can see the price reaction during NFP, it pushed a bit up, and now it's continuing in our week. All right, so this is just it. We are targeting 1:3 for the GBP JPY for you to close. All right, so till the trade finish achieve its goal, let's cross our finger and watch what really plays out there. All right, so let's quickly get to AUD JPY to see what is going on AUD JPY and Euro JPY before we round up for the week. For AUDJPY, it's so amazing that AUDJPY has been in a consolidating state since morning. It has not really pushed to the downside, even though it gave a slightly entry somewhere here after the analysis this morning. But price has just been, ranging all through, and that is giving us a deep insight that the AUD Australian dollar too is a bit, bullish for today, and as the yen also is bullish, so both of them are more on the same level, even though the yen is a bit stronger than it, but overall, AUD is strong and the yen also is strong. All right. So, but if you look at Euro JPY later gave us an entry somewhere around this level to this morning. So if you are on Euro JPY trade, that one too is also pushing to the downside, just as we've explained early hours of today. So we want to see them trade all the way down. And where are we expecting Euro JPY to trade into? Now, if you look at Euro JPY from the 4-hour time frame, you are going to observe that the whole of this place, yes, is currently in a flip zone where we have a resistance that should act as a support. One of this resistance is violated, or being a support, if it's violated, then price is coming all the way into this 4-hour order block. Particularly, is going to take out liquidity below here, and this should be the next protected low. All right, so that is for Euro JPY, and that is it for the week. All right, moving forward into next week, Monday, what we are trying to say is that we are expecting some level of strength in the yen for next week, and also for the precious metal, we're expecting it to sell a bit more into our POI, our daily POI. Then we can easily start longing again if we see the proper structure for the long. But looking deeply into the analysis that we have earlier for the DSY, we can see that is more like DSY should have more strength moving into next week. All right, so this is it for the market color brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team. If there's any question, you can easily type in the chat box. Let's quickly address it before we call it a day. Let me know in the chat box too if you take the trade. Let's know, please. All right, Shukwemeka said, please send me the number for the registration again. All right, we are going to type the number for the registration right away in the chat box right now. All right, so we can easily do that as fast as possible. All right, the number is there in the chat box. Great, that's it. 081 60 99 50 30. So that is the number. You can easily reach out to us instantly on WhatsApp now, so you can get the best of it. All right. Oh, thank you, Jay. I took the GJ. Thank you very much. It gladdens our heart when we see that our trades too. All right, for you to have more of that coming up, you can easily reach out to us on this WhatsApp line, and you can join the Trade Live with VFT team. So we are going to guide you on how to do that, and particularly join them. You're going to see the market the way we all see it, and you take trade just the way we do. All right, till we meet on Monday, this will be the this week market call. See you on Monday. God bless.